Hey guys, welcome to today's episode. And if you're someone that's in the market to purchase a new gadget, chances are AI is somewhere in your mind or is a part of that gadget, especially if you are looking to buy a laptop like this HP Envy that I have in front of me. And today we're going to break down how AI can make your life simple with a few tricks and actually help you be a little more productive. But I think I'm getting ahead of myself, and we are going to show you some really cool tricks on this laptop. But before we get there, I'd like to introduce our guest today. Sandeep, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Samir, for having me here.
And can you tell me a little bit about yourself before we get into the meat of the matter?
Hey, I'm Sandeep Dinodia, founder and CEO of Simple AI.
So as a head of this company, can you give me a little bit more about what your day is like so people know exactly what you do?
So early morning, go ahead with the meetings because the customers across the board, across the countries as well, so need to talk to them, and their timings also need to match, and along with the team members which resides in different part of India and outside as well.
So I'm guessing you have a lot of calls which are happening online as well, and
Yes.
a few personal meetings also, but I'm guessing it's more online since a post-pandemic world, people are choosing to be at home a lot more, because earlier on a drive from Gurgaon to Noida meant one meeting a day, but now you can do many meetings in a day, right?
Yeah, I think that's how you have to optimize, and being the business where it is like no boundaries across the world. So yes, a lot of meetings are online, and you have to meet a lot of people across the time zone even.
Yeah, but I'm guessing there has to be it might not be a very personal experience, right? The meetings, can you talk a little bit about there must be some reason why people still go and meet each other, right? The impersonal part of it.
Definitely, first is brainstorming and connections, and that's what we realizing as well. And if you see the lot of hybrid in nature in workplaces as well. Along with it is, let's say if you are traveling from one part, this is one of my team member traveling from Ghaziabad to Gurgaon, so I think it's required 2 hours, and there are meeting timings in between. So there is a one off, like if you are speaking to customers, or either you are in a meeting, just like either you are talking somewhere and there is no eye contact, so sometimes it feels off the beat.
Yeah. So I think you put it quite properly, because even if one of your teammates, I'm guessing if he's giving a presentation also, he's more focused on the presentation screen rather than the eye contact, which you actually hit the nail on the head, because what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to launch the camera app on this HP Envy laptop. And as you can see, this is probably the setup what it would look like when you have a video call. And as you can see, my look is very towards the display, where I'm either going to look at myself or look at what I'm presenting on screen. But with this little toggle out here, you can see a little toggle which says eye contact. It's literally right there. It's not buried in any settings, right? It's right in front. And when I click on this, I'm sure immediately you'll notice now I'm looking at the display of the camera and talking, right? But you can still see that my eye contact is maintained with the camera.
Yeah.
So while you are watching this, do you think this will make it a little more personal?
Yeah, I think that's cool feature, specifically because it gives the personal touch.
Yeah.
And people doesn't feel off the hook.
Yeah, I mean it's also about the fact that I think looking into someone's eyes while talking to them to know ki, are you going to do what I need you to do for me?
I agree.
Yeah. So that is about eye contact, a feature so simple that you can toggle one button and it makes the meetings more personal.
Oh wow, this is great, and this is cool as well. Do you have other kind of feature as well, where you can solve a problem which is pretty much practical that I have been facing, or maybe multiple people have been facing?
It depends on the problem. You'll have to tell me what the situation was.
So if you see, right, most of the time, there are noises coming from the background, either someone washing utensils, someone crying, someone, angry on someone, and then it's pretty annoying if you see, and it's specifically after pandemic or during pandemic we have seen, and it's continued to do that even. So
yeah, you hit the nail on the head once again, because there are many times when you're talking and let's say, agar kisi ne ghar mein bartan nahi dhoye the us din pe, or like some chores of the household were not taken care of, and someone is screaming in the background while you're giving a presentation, it can get quite annoying. But yes, you're absolutely right. So let me show you a very quick demo of this solution. Now, let's see a voice recording app. Okay, now this is a voice recording app on this HP Envy laptop, but that's not all. It is HP's Poly Studio powered. What does that mean? Before I tell you what it means, or rather instead of telling you what it means, let me give you a demo. Now, you just spoke about background noise, so let's kind of pretend we're in a very quiet place right now, but there's traffic noise, right? Let's mimic some traffic noise. We have some traffic noise, and it's fairly close to the laptop, right?
Right, right.
This would be audible in a normal video call if you were having it. And let me just try to do a little bit of a recording out here, and that's hello, check 1 2 3. We are trying to record our voice over and above some traffic noise playing fairly close and fairly loud on a smartphone right next to this laptop. And I've stopped the recording, and I'm going to stop this. And this could be any form of noise. Right?
Yeah,
This could
true.
be in your house. There could be, like you said, utensils being washed, construction happening all around. How much noise do you think has been reduced in this?
Maybe 30-40%. I mean,
So you think we will hear some traffic noise in this?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's hear this once, okay? Volume full, and let's play. Hello, check 1 2 3. We are trying to record our voice over and above some traffic noise playing fairly close and fairly loud on a smartphone right next to this laptop.
Wow, this is like near to just, I would say, noise cancellation. Amazing. I think it's close to 0 decibel, I guess. It's noise cancellation.
Absolutely. So there was none of the background noise. So all the impersonal things that happen in a meeting when you're talking to someone, you're like, please mute yourself, or, there's a lot of noise coming from your end. So all those distractions that happen when you're on a call with a teammate are actually eliminated. I'm going to tell you one really cool thing about Poly Studio, which is powered by Plantronics, which is now a part of HP, is everyone knows about the Apollo mission that happened, right?
Yeah.
That Neil Armstrong went to the moon and he said, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Yeah.
That actually happened on a Plantronics headset that he spoke on. So that is the legacy of the technology that's powering this HP Envy laptop we have with us today.
This is amazing. I think this solves a lot of problems, specifically people like me and maybe other hundred of thousands people who is doing meetings every day. Yeah.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually talk about my favorite feature with AI in terms of video calling using this HP Envy laptop. So Sandeep, can I show you what I'm talking about?
Sure.
Okay, what happens with me especially is, when I'm giving a presentation, I'm always very excited and I'm always all over the place, and when my face is there and a presentation is there, I'm kind of really moving a lot, and it kind of gets a little distracting, right?
Yeah.
But with auto framing, like again, in the camera app on this HP Envy laptop, I'm just going to show it to you here. Auto framing is a simple toggle, and once I click it, you'll notice that the camera is going to slowly come and focus towards me, right? This is such a better frame to look at. It's nice, it's clean, it's focusing on me. It doesn't have a lot of the elements in the room. So I could even be closer or further away from the laptop and it works.
Yeah.
But this is the beauty of it. Now I'm just going to move a little more to my side. And you can see that it's auto framing quite literally.
So the frame is also moving along with you.
Absolutely, yeah. So the frame moves and it's happening so subtly that even when I move around, it's not like the camera is moving too fast or it's too jerky. It has such a nice, natural, smooth motion to it, So I think this was one of my, my most favorite feature on this HP Envy laptop when it comes to how AI can help you make video calls a lot better.
Yeah.
It's auto framing.
It's more engaging, and it is less distractions, comes to while doing presentations or while you're speaking largely.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have one more feature that I want to show you. But before that, you remember during the pandemic, there was this BBC interview that was happening where this man was giving a very serious interview and his kids walked into the room and his wife had to very quickly run in, and that kind of became an internet meme, right?
Yeah. This was viral video. I guess everyone remembers that.
Yeah. And I'm sure there are many instances in people's lives also where people kind of come into the room when you're in a meeting and you can't even say, ऐसे करके कि please go away because your camera is on and stuff. I think you've also encountered something similar, right?
Yes, absolutely. I think this is happening with and specifically in pandemic time, it was happening one or the other colleague actually, and we all know that even.
Absolutely, yeah. So what I'm going to talk about next is background blur.
Okay, but the background blur is not new. You know that, I think.
I agree, it's not new, but how it's happening on this HP Envy laptop with me is actually new. And let me kind of demo that for you. Right now, again, we have our camera app open for us, and I'm going to put on a background blur. And as you can see, it's giving you options for a standard blur or a portrait blur.
Yeah.
Let's keep that standard as an option. And now you can see that the blur is happening. But if I open the task manager on this laptop, what you can see is that there is a new NPU processor. So there used to be the traditional CPU, GPU, now we have the NPU that I'm sure you're aware of. And if I can just show this to you, while the background blur is on, the NPU kicked in. This means that while the background blur in the past was taken care of by, let's say, the GPU, now your GPU is free to do other tasks. So if you're giving a very complicated presentation on your laptop, chances are you would see some stutter or lag, but that's not going to happen anymore because laptops like this HP Envy that I have here have an NPU. So you can do things like this beautiful bokeh that we have here, and it's been taken care of by a separate processor in this laptop.
Wow, that is amazing, and I think I would say because largely the task which is operated by any laptop required a CPU and GPU, because if that is my meetings are blocking the core task, then it is impacting my performance also, and I think this is amazing. This is from the technical perspective also see a lot of value to be adding in this.
Absolutely. So if I was to ask you, with all these features that we've spoken about, be it the background noise that's being reduced or the auto framing or eye contact, what was your favorite feature and how are you going to probably help spread word about this in your team?
So largely I would say the background noise is I think I would say the top rated for me. I mean, because this is the larger problem, then definitely from the focusing, that's the second one I would rate in that way. Blur is also like, this one, because if someone is operating at, the more intensive task is operating on their laptops, I think then it is like required and it's must kind of stuff. So yeah.
Absolutely. And for the rest of you that are watching, you can let us know what your favorite feature was that we showcased regarding to video conferencing and also regarding the audio demo that we gave. Let us know what was your favorite feature in the comment section below, and you can also let us know how you would like AI to help solve a problem, and if there's a solution that we know about, we will definitely bring that for you. That's a wrap for this episode. Thank you, Sandeep, so much for joining me.
Thank you, Samir, for having me here.
Thank you, and it's goodbye for now. We will catch you next time.